forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying.
You knocked on the door before coming inside the room. As your hands were occupied with holding a tray in which you have brought breakfast for him, you noticed that he was searching for something, looking very tensed. What are you looking for? Hearing your voice, he stopped and turned towards you. You were right. He was tense, and you can see that by looking at his face. Yesterday I kept a red envelope here. Where is it? He walked near a table and put the tray on it before walking through his closet, and then opened a secret safe before taking out the red envelope and came near him. You should have asked me instead. You only gave it to me and told me to keep it in the safe. He took the envelope from your hand. I brought your breakfast, so go and take a shower. I have to give you your medicine too. He just opened the seal of that envelope when his hand stopped and he looked at you. I have already told you that I don't need those medicines. Just throw them away and never talk about them because I'm fine. He gets mad whenever someone tries to make him feel that he is mentally ill. I know you are fine, and those medicines are just vitamins, so you still need them. I know better because I'm the one taking care of all this. It's only you who has the guts to talk confidently in front of him. And it's not because you're bold or not afraid of him, but because he never say anything to you. Maybe in the entire world only you have the permission to be completely yourself, and you are now comfortable around him, but once his anger takes control over him, then only you know how terrible it gets. You have got injured in the past while trying to calm him, but still you are working for him. It was a job when you joined at first, but now it's pure love, care, and a promise to cure him completely. You want to put an end to his suffering because people have seen his anger, his horrible side, but not the side where he completely breaks down, haunted by the nightmares. Only you can calm him down at that time. He didn't say anything further and went inside the bathroom, leaving the envelope on the table. You walked towards his closet to bring his clothes. He is a Mafia, was not one from the starting, but situations made him. When he realized that being innocent didn't do justice with him, he lost his everything. He tried his level best, but he was accused for things he never did. This world turned cruel to him. So he became a monster, merciless to get his revenge from those who ruined his life, who took away everything from him, his family, his career, his love and his innocence, everything. You selected a pair of suits for him, the reason why you are doing so much for him and want him to be completely fine because you both have a past. You feel like because of you, he is in this position. Because of you, he lost his everything, and that's why you decided to help in every possible way. It was 11 years ago when he falsely accused of a crime that he never committed. You were an early teen, an orphan. You have been told by a man who was with you that you have to become a witness of the crime Jungkook committed. Although he never killed anyone, but in fear, you told the police that you saw him killing the man and became the only witness that changed Jungkook's whole peaceful life. You didn't do it purposely, you were threatened, but that guilt was there inside you. He was proven guilty with the basis of evidence and imprisoned for lifetime. But after 11 years, some miracle happened. His case reopened and someone solved the whole mystery, proving him innocent, but it was a complete change for him. He wasn't the Jungkook who went inside the prison. Those 11 years completely changed him. You were fixing his tie while his eyes were fixed on you. He is still looking for that eyewitness, not knowing she's with him 24/7. Although you are afraid, but you are ready for the day when he finds out about it. You have lived in guilt all those years and still living like that. Why do your eyes look exhausted? Didn't you sleep well? You lifted up your face and looked at him. I'm fine. I slept well. Your heart skipped a beat when he held your wrist. He felt your pulses and looked at you. Go and visit a doctor. Your pulses are high. You quickly pulled back your hand while gulping. I'm completely fine. Your breakfast is here. Have it. And you left from there. While Jungkook was thinking about you when his phone disturbed him, he picked it and answered the call. A bodyguard came near Jungkook and put a file in front of him. And they removed every data related to that eyewitness because she was 13-year-old, an orphan. Jungkook knitted his eyebrow because this was the first time he got to know that his life got ruined because of a 13-year-old teen. A 13-year-old girl? Who was she? And where is she now? The bodyguard shook his head. Jungkook was dying to find that person. He doesn't want to hurt her, but want to know what wrong he did to her. Why she did all that, but he never knew it would turn out to be a 13-year-old teen. He was 20 when his life ended, his career, his family, everything. There is nothing mentioned in police records about her. No one knows. It was 11 years ago. She must be an adult now. It's hard to find her. Even if it's hard, just find her. Find her at any cost. I'm burning in that hell every single day and I will not get peace until I talk to her, to get the answers. The bodyguard nodded and left while Jungkook's eyes were fixed on the file in front of him. Finally, he got a clue, a hope that he has to keep going. He will definitely find her one day. Then suddenly your thought came across his mind. When he felt your pulses, they were high. He decided to get you a checkup to know if there's any problem because he was a medical student, dreaming to become a surgeon until that incident ruined everything and made him what he is now. He took out his phone and dialed your number, but you didn't answer. He tried again because you never refused his calls, so he got worried. Where is she? You met Jungkook 6 months ago in the form of a psychiatrist. He's still dealing with nightmares, mental trauma, so you offered him this help and you also needed a job. Everything was normal at first until Jungkook found him started to get attached to you. He started to develop feelings for you and now, although he never said it, but he's in love with you. Only you can calm him, handle his nightmares, calm him during his worst side. No one ever did that much for him. And that's why he's waiting for a chance, preparing himself to be able to tell you but is afraid because of the age gap. He doesn't want to make you feel uncomfortable and he doesn't know if you accept him or not. Suddenly his phone rang again and he quickly checked it, thinking that you called back, but it was an unknown number. He answered it and put it against his ear. After a second he heard a short laugh. Who is that? He asked in his cold voice, and the person who was on the other side sounded as if his so chill yet evilness was in his voice. Your well-wisher, how can you forget me that early? As soon as he heard his voice, Jungkook's veins popped up. He was the biggest enemy who took away all his happiness from him, and Jungkook found no one beside him after coming out of the jail. Because of him, his whole family ended themselves, because they lost their hopes that their son could ever be able to come. And you are calling your death. Don't worry, I'm reaching you. There's not much days left for you to live, so just enjoy your remaining time. The man again laughed as if Jungkook cracked a joke. I'm waiting, but I just got to know you have someone to give you hope to love. I heard that she has changed you a lot. I'm on my way meeting that beautiful woman. Just curious what she has that you are so possessive about. Jungkook's body tensed up. He started trembling with anger and also fear because he knew he's talking about you. Don't you dare to even think about her. I'll pluck your eyes out if you even look at her. Whoa. So I've heard it right. Well, you are too late. I'm just too close to her and now that I can't wait to meet her. If you can save her, then try. The call ended and fear was visible on Jungkook's face. He immediately called you, trying to find out where you are but didn't get any response. He shouted and called his bodyguards, who came inside immediately. Send the men all around the area and find out where Ryan is. Fast. He also went out to go home to check if you are there or informed anyone if going outside. Three hours passed and no one knew where you went. Some images of you caught in the CCTV camera, but they didn't give exact information about where you can go. Jungkook was so scared. He tried your phone number more than 50 times, but no answer from you. He was again about to go to find you, but then he saw you walking inside from the main door. You were a little bit confused because outside also you have seen bodyguards behaving strangely, looking at you, and now Jungkook. He looked so tensed. As soon as he saw you, he walked near you, taking long strides. Where were you? Why the hell you didn't answer your phone? You were surprised and confused by his behavior. I went to see my professor. Before you finish, he hugged you tightly. What happened? I went to visit my professor and I'm sorry. I guess my phone was silent. He broke the hug and looked at you. From now on, you will never go anywhere without me. Do you understand? Yes, but what happened? You were so confused, but seeing Jungkook's worried face, you knew something happened. He broke the hug and looked at you, and you could clearly see a fear of losing something dear to his heart on his face. Are you okay? He nodded. The bodyguards and servants, everyone was watching that how the most feared and merciless Mafia is worried about you. Promise me that you won't leave the house without telling me. Although you wanted to know what happened, why he's so worried all of a sudden, but at this moment, you decided to do what he say. I won't, I promise. You closed the door of your room before walking towards your bed. Today you have seen a very different emotion in his eyes. The way he got scared just because you didn't answer his phone. He spread his men all over the city just to find you. You knew where things were going. But you also knew that once he found out who you really are, you wondered if he ever forgive you. The person he's trying to find from past 11 years who ruined his life, career, is so close to him, yet he's unaware, but you are not. You are aware of what you did, and even though you were just a kid, you feel so guilty. You wanted to tell him everything before it gets too late, before you break his heart once again, before he again feel a betrayal by you. You slowly sat on the bed holding the edges. Tears were falling from your eyes. I'm not afraid because you'll take your revenge. I'm afraid that I will break your heart, your trust. I'm afraid that you'll hate me, and now I can't take your hate because I love you. I love you so much, but I don't deserve it. I don't deserve to be loved by you or your care. You were crying when you heard something breaking. Your heart dropped because that sound seems to come from Jungkook's room, which is next to yours. Jungkook, you quickly wiped your eyes and rushed outside. Your heart was beating insanely fast. When you came inside, you saw Jungkook sitting on the floor. His bloody hands were in his hair as he grabbed his hair. You quickly ran to him and sat down on your knees to his level. Jungkook, what happened? He was breathing heavily, and you understood that he again had that same nightmare. You quickly hugged him and he wrapped his arms around your waist before hugging you. You could still feel his body shaking. Did you again see that nightmare? It's okay, everything is normal. Everything is fine now. You were trying to calm him. No, nothing is okay. Those are not nightmares anymore. I'm slowly dying because I still don't know what's happening. I have become. Everything is just so messed up. I never wanted this life. I wanted to have a peaceful, normal life with my family. I wanted to fulfill their unfulfilled dreams. Why everything turned upside down in a blink? After all these years, I found out that a 13-year-old girl, a 13-year-old testified against me. Your heart drops hearing that. I don't know what her reason was, but I just want to ask her, why did she do that? Who forced her to do that, and what she or whoever put me in that situation got from it? What did they got ruining my normal and happy life? He was crying and it was aching your heart. He slowly broke the hug and looked at you. These nightmares won't leave me until I get to know the answer of all my questions. Now also I don't know why my fate is too cruel. When I'm thinking of moving on a little bit, I've got a fear that I might lose you too. He held your hands and you saw that he got cuts in a few places. The wounds were bleeding. I'll bring a bandage. You were about to stand up, but he didn't let you. Don't go anywhere. Don't leave me. These wounds give me no pain, but the fear of losing you will. You bit your lower lip trying to control your tears, and now you can't see him suffering too. You decided to expose yourself and let him decide what he wants. You can't see him broken anymore. I'm sorry, Jungkook. He frowned. What are you saying sorry for? You lowered your eyes. A lot of things. In fact, for everything that had happened in your life. I'm sorry for every pain that it caused you. I'm ready to face it now. Jungkook knitted his eyebrows. He was completely clueless about what you were saying. He wasn't understanding anything and why you suddenly started to apologize. What are you saying? What pain are you talking about? You have only given me beautiful memories. You have been there when I was suffering. What are you sorry for? You stepped back a little. Tears were in your eyes, but today no one can stop you from revealing the truth in front of him. Now you can't take it, can't bear it anymore. That might be true, but I'm also the same person who made your life like this, because of whom you are suffering. What are you trying to say, Ryan? Please say it clearly. Gathering a lot of courage, you finally speak. That girl you're looking for, it was me. I was the 13-year-old who was the eyewitness against you 11 years ago. Jungkook was speechless. The way his heart dropped was terrifying. He didn't want to believe that. He wanted you to say that it's fake. This is not what you want to say, but your tears weren't lying. You nodded. Yes, I'm that girl because of whom you have suffered so much. Your dreams, your life, everything fell apart. I'm suffering in guilt each and every day and I can't see it now. I'm the answer to all your suffering and the reason for all of them too. And you still dare to come into my life. I'm not in the mood for fun, Ryan. Just say that all this is not true. It was clear that he doesn't want to hate you at any cost. You wanted to deny it, but your tears gave all the answers. Truth can't be denied, and I'm ready for every punishment. Why? Why did you do that? What wrong did I do to you? The pain and disappointment in his voice broke you even more. You did nothing, and that's why I didn't able to forgive myself to this date. I suffered in guilt from that time, thinking that I ruined a life. I was a captive. The man who adopted me from an orphanage made me say all this. I didn't know at that time that it would cause someone this much pain. He came near you and tightly grabbed your arms, making you flinch. Anger was visible in his eyes. Who was that? Who made you say all that? You looked down and shook your head. I don't know him. He never came back after police took me away as an eyewitness. I waited so much. I waited so that one day I will prove your innocence because I knew whatever happened was wrong. I wanted to become a lawyer, but that didn't happen. I was diagnosed with depression and trauma. When I was in the healing process, I decided to become a psychiatrist. Then one day I met a man, the lawyer who took your case and reopened it. He seems to be so much interested in your case, so I approached him. That was the only way I can help you. So I approached him. I requested him to reopen your case. I helped him with each and every knowledge, and when we found an evidence that seems to be completely ignored in court at first, I requested him to reopen it. Proving you innocent was always a dream for me. You are not the only one who suffered with nightmares. But not anymore. I'm standing right in front of you, your culprit, the one you have been looking for years. You can give any punishment to me. I'm ready for it because I'm also tired of living like this. I die in guilt every single second. I can't see you in pain anymore. Jungkook's eyes turned red. He was trying to hold his anger back. And you were again fooling me. Were around me pretending to be my well-wisher. Why did you do that? What did you get out of it? You shook your head. What did you get after playing with my feelings and heart?